The college football coaching carousel spins round and round. It's been an insane 48 hours or so among the college football ranks, with coaches moving across the country for major programs. I'm going to try and break this all down for y'all, but if you could before, like this video, share it, subscribe to the channel so you get these daily notification news videos. I'd greatly appreciate it. All right, so the latest move, Brian Kelly, the former Notre Dame head coach, is now going to be the head coach at LSU. LSU fired Ed Orgeron midseason, so Scott Woodward, the AD, has been looking to get a big name. Everyone expects him to get a big name. He famously got Jimbo Fisher from Florida State to Texas A&M when he was the athletic director at A&M. He now gets his guy, Brian Kelly, going to be the head coach. Kind of shocked everyone broke late last night. I don't know if I like this fit at all. Brian Kelly feels about as white bread can be. And LSU, anybody been down south, I can just imagine him sitting in a recruit's home trying to eat some mama's gumbo, and it's a little too spicy for him. I don't know if that's going to go over well with them down south. But yeah, they needed a big name head coach, and this kind of moves off of, there have been serious talks that they were actually going to get Lincoln Riley, the former Oklahoma head coach.
Hold up, Gary. I'm not going to be the next head coach at LSU.
Can I ask you?
Next question.
But he kind of kicked everything off, moving to USC Sunday morning, shocked everyone. I don't think anybody had Lincoln Riley leaving Oklahoma for USC. So this kind of made LSU get a little desperate. They're dropping some big bucks to get Kelly to move. And that just shows you college football is a crazy, crazy place. Like I said, Brian Kelly, kind of a weird fit at LSU. I don't know what he's going to do down there. It's really, really interesting. But hey, LSU's got to have a big name head coach. Maybe he'll be able to. I mean, he turned Notre Dame around. Notre Dame has been a very competitive program under Brian Kelly. Been to a national championship, been to 2 college football playoffs, but he's kind of run into a buzzsaw with much more talented teams, especially in the SEC. So now he's going to be able to recruit SEC talent, hopefully, and he's going to have to go through the gauntlet. It's just something else. SEC West is the epitome elite of head coaches in that division, in that conference. It's just unbelievable how good they've gotten. But honestly, the real shocking news was Lincoln Riley moving to USC. Broke early Sunday morning. Everyone kind of thought maybe LSU or stay at Oklahoma, and he kind of left Oklahoma holding the bag high and dry. They are not taking this well at Oklahoma. I honestly don't blame them. It just kind of came out of nowhere. It's a kind of a shocking move. I get it. It's USC. It's LA. It's a lot of money. It's a lot of taxes. But the deal they are purportedly offered Lincoln Riley to leave is absolutely insane. I'm going to break this down. The contract deal is the best they could do. It's $110 million. They bought both his homes in Norman for $500,000 over asking price, so that's $1 million bonus. Bought a $6 million home for him in LA, and he gets 24/7 use of his private jet for him and his family. Now, that's a sweet deal. I don't know if anybody could have passed that up to leave. I know USC has been down lately. I know Oklahoma's been at the absolute top. I honestly think there's probably some more going on behind the scenes with Oklahoma brass and Lincoln. It always seemed like something was up this year. They lost to Oklahoma State this weekend, knocking them out of a chance to making the college football playoff. So it makes sense that the move came right away if there was going to be a move made. I think Lincoln just wants to build his own program. Some people are saying he's ducking the SEC because Oklahoma's moving into conference and he don't want to deal with that smoke. I don't know, maybe. It's just hard. He inherited Bob Stoops' program at Oklahoma and they never had a letdown. And then this was the first year that they were down. 2 losses, not really clicking on offense. Things were, getting tough for them. And maybe he just wanted to build his own program. He wants a new challenge. I know young head coaches, you kind of want your program, make a name for yourself, because there's always going to be a little bit of a question like, hey, is this Bob Stoops' program or whatever? Did he just inherit the keys to the Ferrari and just not crash it? And maybe he wants to build his own thing up. I totally get it. I would want to do the same thing if I was a head coach. You want to be that guy. But yeah, kind of a shocker. Oklahoma fans, as you know, I'm sure took it very, very well. They're a reasonable fan base there in Norman. The Trader banners were hung up all over campus during the week. They have not been happy at all. They've been trying to galvanize. It's been an absolute disaster for them. They've lost the number 2 quarterback, the number 1 wide receiver, and the number 5 running back in the 2023 class already. top commits that they have had, leaning now to other schools that they've been in for the 2022 class. It's been a real disaster. Spencer Rattler's already transferred, the backup quarterback who was the starter, former 5-star. And everyone's kind of waiting with bated breath to see if current freshman quarterback Caleb Williams is going to transfer. He doesn't really have ties to the area. He's from D.C., so he could be going anywhere. Could really, really be a shakeup. And Oklahoma could be stuck holding the bag with nothing moving into the SEC and really, really have a tough time. Not a lot of head coaching names out there, honestly, top big names. A lot of guys have re-signed big contracts. If we break down these contracts, I mean, Mel Tucker got a big extension at Michigan State. Penn State re-signed James Franklin. So I really don't know who you're going to swipe. Maybe Mario Cristobal from Oregon. Oregon still has a real outside chance to get in. They're going to need a lot of help. But hey, who knows? It's college football. It's a big weekend. People were thinking maybe LSU swipes him. I just don't know. Notre Dame doesn't really have a head coach either. Luke Fickell, the Cincinnati head coach, who's probably going to get in this weekend to the playoff, is the favorite to land that job. Maybe their defensive coordinator at Notre Dame. But Brian Kelly is offering the man the highest paid defensive coordinator job in the country to follow him to LSU. So that could be a real issue there. Everyone's just kind of in shock about everything that's going on. It's really, really insane out there. There's been so many hires. I don't remember this many big-name schools having openings technically, but what's an opening if it's not an opening? It's crazy. So USC, LSU, Oklahoma, Notre Dame, Florida just hired Billy Napier from Louisiana Lafayette. Really like that hire. He's had a pretty solid program with the Raging Cajuns in Louisiana. LSU maybe wanted to hire him, but LSU's always got to go big and splash it up. So I really can't remember a year with just good programs that are in really good spots having coaching openings. I mean, Oklahoma, maybe Bob Stoops comes back. He's gonna be the interim head coach for the bowl game for them. So maybe that tempts him to bring him back. I don't know. Retired life kind of seems good. He's on the Saturday game day show for Fox. It's a pretty cushy life, It's just not that kind of stress. And I don't blame him if he doesn't want to go back. Brent Venables, the defensive coordinator at Clemson, could be a head coaching hire for them. But he's turned down a lot of better jobs over the years to just kind of stay DC with Dabo. Who the hell knows? But it I don't want to hear anything about the Jimbo Fisher contract anymore. Look at these contracts. Saban, Brian Kelly, Mel Tucker, Dabo, Lincoln Riley, TBD'd. Yeah, everyone stop talking about the Jimbo contract. It was, Jimbo's got these $9 million guaranteed. Yeah, he's not even a top 5 paid coach anymore. Get over it. It's just, there's money out there. They're lying. College programs are lying when they say, oh, we got buyouts, we can't pay people. They let all these damn lower level hourly employees go because they didn't have any money in the athletic programs during COVID. And freaking LSU's paying like 6 dudes to be their not head coach, and now they're paying a brand new head coach. It's just crazy. I don't know where they found this money. I know I didn't think they had money, but then I had some sourcing that said they had $96 million to spend. There were reports last night the contract was as high as $15 million a year for Brian Kelly, but it turned out it was a 9-year, $95 million deal, so kind of right on. I kind of like trusting my guys now that I found that out from. So they were right on that number. But still, absolutely insane topsy-turvy 48 hours, and there's still more to come. Oklahoma's still got an opening. Notre Dame's got the opening, obviously. And there's still a week of college football championship games to be played. Who the hell knows what's going to happen after these games? I mean, it's crazy. It's all over the place. But I'm looking forward to seeing what's happening. And I'm sure you people will be too. But again, thanks for watching, and I'll see you all tomorrow.